all for Rocklahoma already bought, so we're not going to run out of alcohol.
That's the one thing. I was in Walmart yesterday. There wasn't PBR to be had. I mean, they had
No.
non-alcoholic PBR, which sacrilegious, but I mean,
So they had water.
yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, so see, that's speaking of that, Budweiser ought to do that again. They ought to start producing those cans of water like they did for the hurricane victims.
Yeah, that's pretty. I own one of those cans, and it's a pretty cool can. I've always wanted to just pop it open and drink the water just to see what it tastes like, because I bet you it tastes like water. But but then I think, it's worth 3 more cents with the water in it.
Right. Yeah.
So,
I mean, that was a solid move that Budweiser did, though. I mean, that was a great idea.
Yeah. I think overall, the over panicking. I think there should be a small form of panic, like, oh my God, shit just got real.
Yeah. Yeah.
As a matter of fact, that's the title for the podcast. Shit just got real.
Just real. That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Donnie just threw double thumbs up. He
yeah, and you were right. With the COVID-19, it was an opportune socialism experiment, and the progressives failed miserably on that one.
It was, dude. This was their time to shine.
Yeah, they're not helping each other.
No, it's you know what, man? I mean, it goes back to that primalistic need that we all have, and it's survival of the fittest, so.
Donnie's got a topic here about stores literally setting early hours so senior citizens are allowed to shop. You know what? I picked up a few groceries in a small town called Nowata, which they actually have water, but but I stopped at the Homeland there, and the first hour of each day, senior citizens can come and shop without anybody else.
That says a lot about how people are reacting right now. When stores are having to do that so they can give senior citizens a fair shake at this, you guys should be ashamed of yourself if you're hoarding anything. Because the fact that they're having to do that says a lot about how people are acting right now.
Yeah. Just if y'all don't do anything else but this, let this sit deep within you. This could be your grandpa or your grandma or your great grandpa or great grandma whom you're not near and you can't help, and they've still got to be able to exist.
I mean, that's what I'm saying, man, is, you guys think about, and I'm not saying everybody listening is guilty of this, but if you're hoarding things and you're panic buying, you guys, man, think about somebody else. If you're going to the store, if you're going to take that chance and you're going to get out among public and go to the store and you have an elderly person that lives a couple doors down, go knock on their door, see if they need something. Help these people out, man.
Yeah, we've already contacted the parents and said, hey, you guys just don't get out too much or whatever. If you need some groceries or whatever, just give us a call. Send us a list, text us a list. My mom's real good at texting. Text us a list, and we'll bring it to you.
Yeah, man. I mean, and you don't have to. That doesn't have to be your parents. You guys, everybody's got elderly people that live in their neighborhood, or they stop by and see if you can help them out, man. Because I'm telling you right now, if I was in that age group, I'm in a group that's at risk anyway. But if I was in that age group where it could really hammer you like that, I'd be pretty nervous right now.
Well, where I live out in the boonies, we know all our neighbors. So if one of them needs something, we all, kind of just chime in and go do it. We had one that had a fire, and within a week and a half, we had their place back together.
I think that's common in the South, because I mean, hell, I've heard of people living in New York City that have an apartment and they've lived next to the same people for a number of years and they don't even know those people, which is real foreign to me. I mean, I'm like, well, how can that take place? I mean, my block, it's a bunch of knuckleheads, but we all kind of look out for each other. We all know each other. We all know each other's story and our situations, and we all kind of look out for each other. So I think that's common in the South, but other places in the country, I don't think that necessarily takes place.
Speaking of the South, do you have a neighbor to the south of you now, or is it still empty?
Negative. No, I don't. That house, the people that were cooking meth in there got run out of there, and And nobody actually. Apparently, it's been bought by a Hispanic family, and they show up about once every 2 weeks, do a bunch of work on the interior. I guess they're ripping the sheetrock out of there to get all the phosphorus out of the walls. But
Man, that's messed up.
but nobody's living there, so
Well, hopefully it'll be a good family. If nothing else, man, maybe they make really good tamales or something.
oh, dude, my neighbor across the street, Josh, the family that lived there before him was a Hispanic family. And I loved living around those people. There was about, I don't know, 27 of them that lived in that house. But they would party hard on the weekends. They would shut it down and get quiet at 9:30 Friday and Saturday nights. When I got up on Saturday mornings, Sunday mornings, the beer cans were all cleaned up. If you were ever in your garage working on something, one of them showed up and asked you if you needed any help. I mean, Hispanic people are some of the nicest people to live around that you could choose to.
Best customers in the laundry business, bar none.
Are they?
They're clean people.
Yeah.
They like their place clean. They like their clothes clean. You know, there might be
my family's people probably don't know this. My family's Hispanic. Oh, we've talked about my mom knows how to make Mexican. You know, so I grew up in that environment. I grew up around people like that, and you know, so I dig it, man. I dig that culture and just the way they are, and they're so family oriented.
That's exactly what I was going to say. The one thing I admire about them more than anything is that they are 100% pro family. So much so that there might be 10 or 12 people living in the same house, because you may have a sister and a brother-in-law and their two kids in there, or you may have her mom and his mom and
actually, you know, growing up around that and stuff, and the things that I saw and I witnessed, there's a lot of people that would say that my sense of loyalty is a little strange, but I actually attribute that to Hispanic, you know, bloodline, you know, Hispanic heritage, because I mean, family's family to those people, man. There's nothing that's more important than family to Hispanics. I mean, I admire that to no end.
No, and the nice part, you know, because you're big on family, but you're also big on, you know, I got family that ain't blood and blood that ain't family.
Mm-hmm. Very much so. Very much so. Like it is, you know, you hear a lot of people say, "Oh, I'd take a bullet for him," and that's a figure of speech to a lot of people. But I guarantee you, if you and I ever caught ourselves in a situation,
I'd take 10 for you.
Yeah. I mean, if somebody wants me to make that choice, I definitely literally would take a bullet for you. So
my wife would miss me, but she would totally understand.
Man, we just turned this into a bromance.
I know, man. I love you.
I love you, bro.
Well, you know, there were some things that we were wanting to do coming up here. We were looking at maybe going and doing a vlog episode with the barber. And that's probably not going to happen for a while.
Not for a while.
Part 2 of our interview with Outlaw Devils may or may not happen this Saturday. Actually, with knowing those guys, it'll probably happen. Probably. And there's probably going to be alcohol involved. Imagine that. But it will be fun. For those of you who have a lot of money tied up in stocks, you know, watch yourself, keep your head on a swivel. You know, I'm not saying sell out right now, because that can cause a panic, but you know, protect your stuff. I've moved some stuff around.
Well, I think we all need to a little bit. Just be smart, you know. I mean, I said it in the vlog that's coming out soon. Common sense is greater than panic, and no good decisions are made under duress of panic.
No, because right now I shifted. I'm 75% low risk and 25% medium, and I was 25% high risk, 50% medium risk, 25% low risk.
Yeah, you got to look ahead and kind of try to protect yourself a bit, but don't go batshit crazy.
No, I mean, you know, I've made a lot of money in the last with Trump, and I don't want it to go away. And you know, your low risk, your S&P 500 companies, even though they may go down and you may lose a little bit, it's going to come back fairly quickly.
Oh yeah.
You know, other stuff may not bounce back so fast. You know, the oil and gas industry, not sure where that's going to be. I know that gas prices are awesome, and those people are just absolutely taking an ass whooping right now in the market. So I don't know. You know, I don't know how that affects things worldwide either, because I'm not an economist. I'm certainly not saying that I know everything. You know, I know enough to keep myself because I've lost a lot of money in the past. I lost a lot of money in 2008, and
A lot of people did.
yeah, and I've got it back and then some, and I don't want to lose it again. So about, I don't know, November, I moved everything.
Okay.
Had a friend of mine who moved his, and he highly suggested that I do the same. So, I moved mine, and that's where we sit. We still need more for retirement. I'm 52, so 13 years I'm going to be on Medicare, and probably not going to have an income knowing my health. So yeah, I've got to rely on that stuff to make sure it's there when I actually retire. I'm certainly not going to blow it all on toilet paper. I'm sure there's guys out there now. It's like, man, we need to buy toilet paper stock right now. No, not so much. Not so much. That'd be foolish. What do you think?
What do I think?
No, I was talking to everybody else out there.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think? What do you think we need to be doing to make sure that we protect ourselves and stay healthy and still have enough money to be able to do things, notwithstanding this check that supposedly is going to be coming to us from Trump. And and speaking of which, we're out here boasting Trump. There's a lot of time where Shiner and I are on a phone call and we like, do you see what Trump tweeted? God dang it. He's acting a fool. He's acting like a moron. We don't see Trump with 100% light and nothing ever goes wrong. Sometimes he can be an idiot, but sometimes we all can be. And right now, those people who are hoarding toilet paper and water, y'all are idiots. Share it a little bit. Now, before we do this, and when I say do this, we're going back to Twitter land here for a second, because you know what's coming. We got to do one every episode, so we're going to do it here in a second. But first, this is my most favorite tweet of the week, and it's not James Woods. It's Blake Shelton. 12 hours ago, he said, I have an announcement. With basically everything I had scheduled being canceled for the foreseeable further, at Gwen Stefani and I have made a decision together. I'm growing my mullet back as a symbol of hope or some shit like that. Anyway, it's coming back. For real. Stay tuned. Donnie, you have a new hero, man.
You're a trendsetter, Donnie.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, people, you know what time it is. It's time for James Woods Tweet of the Week. Tweet of the Week. What's he got to say this week?
Well, this week we had a tweet from none other than Pocahontas herself, Elizabeth Warren.
Mm-hmm.
She tweeted it was 7 hours ago when I saw this, so we're probably talking 9 hours. Said, I've said it once, or she states, I've said it once, and I'll say it again loud enough for the White House, Fox News, and everyone else to hear. Coronavirus does not discriminate. Bigotry against people of Asian descent is unacceptable. In which James Woods replied, let the adults handle this. Go feed the buffalo.
Oh, my God. That's hilarious. I think it's one of my favorite ones he's done.
That's a great one, man.
You know what? James Woods, I from the Titty and Shiner Show, here's your applause, sir. We take a bow. Really. James Woods, ladies and gentlemen.
He'll be here all week.
Oh, golly, that was a good one.
That was a good one, man.
I mean, what can you do?
Last call for alcohol.
It's last call. Last call, and we have no phone calls coming in, and we have had no emails come in. People, send us some questions. We'd love to be able to answer some questions. I'd love to be able to do like a segment where we take 10 seconds to answer a question. If we could get like 6 or 7 questions, just rapid fire, boom, 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 boom. I think it'd be kind of funny.
Titty and Shiner Show at Gmail.
Yeah, or you can hit us up on Instagram.
Yeah, we're in those DMs. Slide in those DMs.
For real. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook, the Titty and Shiner Show. You go to www.facebook.com/The Titty and Shiner Show. We are at T&S Show